Borussia Dortmund kept it late, but they have halted Bayern's celebrations for another week in the title race. Shaka Hislop joining me now. Still not having Dortmund pushing them all the way, Shaka?
No, absolutely not. And what you saw from them today against Dusseldorf, who themselves are in the bottom three. As I said last week, Dortmund to me looked like they're already checked out and about to pack their bags for holiday. That's what you saw for 90 minutes. And then we could talk about the disallowed goal, but it is what it is. Dusseldorf hit the post 2 times. And then ultimately, the only difference between the two was a moment of Haaland magic, which, I mean, that header on its own is an incredible finish. And harsh in the end on Dusseldorf.
Great to see Haaland, though, back in the squad after being out injured and back on the score sheet as well. Those stats are incredible for him.
It's ridiculous. And as much as I can complain about Dortmund and how they go about this game, Haaland comes on and for Axel Witsel and pretty much changes the game. You saw that in the disallowed goal, how much attention he just grabs. Once he's in and around the ball, so many defenders just flock to him that it opens space up for Guerrero on that occasion. Fantastic finish from him. I thought in Dortmund's defense, the ruling out of the goal for handball was a little bit harsh. But like I say, over the course of the piece, their football probably didn't deserve 3 points for Dortmund, despite both of those incidents.
In terms of goal ratio this calendar year, 2020, I think it's only Cristiano Ronaldo ahead of Erling Haaland. Is it too early to call the youngster world class?
No, it's not, in my opinion. And a lot of times when players burst onto the scene, as Haaland does, you're waiting for a little bit of a drop-off. He's still only a teenager, and that comes with par for the territory. But you're yet to see it, despite the step up in class and in joining one of Bundesliga's front runners in Borussia Dortmund. He continued to score goals as he had done previously. There's simply been no drop off. He hasn't struggled in many respects. And when you look at the header that he scored today, it seems as though he's only getting better. I understand, as I mentioned, that as a teenager you will expect a lean spell from time to time. May this form continue for as long as it possibly can, and enjoy it for while it lasts, because right now you're seeing a finisher at the top of his game, top of his confidence, and no real weak point.
Showing consistency as well at such a young age. Is it something Jadon Sancho could benefit from, becoming a bit more consistent?
Yeah, that's been the criticism around Jadon Sancho, but I offer him the same excuse. He's still young, just turned 20, and you'd expect these kind of peaks and troughs, which Haaland hasn't showed so far. I don't doubt at all Jadon Sancho's long-term abilities or the value that people are now banding about for him. But he's just in one of those troughs, as I say, that you'd expect for somebody of his age. He'll come out, he'll be better for it.
Can Fortuna Dusseldorf feel hard done by today for not getting more from that game?
Yeah, absolutely. Of the two teams, they're the ones who had something to play for. But it was only a couple of weeks ago where Dusseldorf conceded 5 at the hands of Bayern Munich. And then they put up the fight that they did today, albeit in a losing effort. Listen, I'm in two minds on this. If I'm sitting in that Dusseldorf dressing room, I'm saying to the players, if I'm part of the staff, I'm saying to the players, look at the fight that we put up against the team currently sitting second at the table. It shows that between now and the end of the season, only 5 more games to go, we do have enough quality to see ourselves not just come out to the bottom 3 or away from those automatic relegation spots, but we have to stay clear of even the playoff spots down in the bottom 3. On the other hand, if you're a player and you see you gave as good as you possibly could and still you've got nothing to show for it, that's a real punch in the gut. And it's easier said than done in kind of picking yourself up and trying to dust yourself off and seeing any kind of a bright side to this.
Just to wrap it up then, you're saying you think that Borussia Dortmund pretty much are looking like they've checked out. That they need to pick it up a little bit to avoid the likes of Leipzig catching up with them in these final few games.
I think the challenge here is you either you want to win the league, which I don't think they can, and then finish Champions League. After anything in between that, it's just icing on the cake. So, as far as they're concerned, and especially when you've kind of been that close to the top as they had been, and involved in the title race for as long as they had been, to see that now pretty much disappear, that's tough. That's tough on you mentally to now say, well, we have to pick ourselves up to finish second. It's first or Champions League. Everything else, as I say, is just kind of an added bonus, nothing more.
Borussia Dortmund getting the win late on. Erling Haaland scoring the goal, but it seems the Yellow and Blacks are not looking too sharp. Shaka Hislop is, though. He's had his haircut finally.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.